Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good morning to the doctor. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good morning to the doctor. So we are presenting our final project presentation for the information system and e-commerce. So, before starting with the SME, I have to tell about the why we have chosen this company and what was the problem before the startup of the. So, in the Pakistan market, before if we move on to the startup in 2016, so there is a problem that people they are using the transportation services like cab and taxi, and they are much more expensive and they are not convenient too. So what they are using the physical medium in the startup. So people they have to wait a lot to get the transportation. So that idea became with the Uber. Uber came into the Pakistan industry and the transportation, but the problem was again that much little bit solved the problem, but again the problem occur is that the Uber it's very expensive. If a one people they have to book a ride and he has to take a car, so that car is too much expensive for the people. So that problem was solved by the initial startup company Bykea with an idea that we will start up in the next slide. So the introduction is that the Bykea, the company, the startup is a Pakistan pioneer ride-hailing services and logistic provider that was its head office based in Karachi, Pakistan, and is founded in 2016. So the founders are Munib Mayer, Abdul Manan, and Rafiq Malik. So it mostly operates in Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad. So the first services that introduced into the Pakistan market, and that was very cheap and very convenient for the people in the rush hours. So they can avoid the traffic and they reach their destination quite early, other than the other services in heading into the Pakistan market. So the next slide will present about vision and mission. So Zleha, you can start with the vision and mission.
All right, thank you very much, Tahi. So moving on to the vision and mission. So as many other corporations that implement e-commerce, Bykea also has their own respective vision statement and mission statement. So the vision statement will be to empower millions to connect, communicate, and trade. And this can be seen in the core elements where they empower the community. Moving on to the mission statement, which is simplify affordable transport, logistics, and payments. This is described as how they give a wide range of options for transportation. Also, they give logistic services for deliveries to occur, and also payments. And the payments are specified as cash on delivery payments. Moving on to the next slide.
Sorry, guys. Do we need to share the presentation slides in the recording? Since everyone is
yeah.
this slide.
Tahi has screen shared the presentation slides.
Now, like currently?
Yeah.
So the next slide is services. Please, Zleha, you can talk about the services.
The services?
Yeah, the services part.
Okay, so for the services under Bykea is that Bykea, as we know, is a very convenient application that gives easy access to all the consumers who have the mobile application and use a smartphone. Bykea has actually partnered up with a digital company called Jazz. And this way, they can create more efficiency for transportation services, cash on delivery payments, and the logistics services provided. For transportation, as we know, they transport individuals, packages, and payments, while also giving a wide range of types of transport. So when it comes to the transportation services, the options are not just limited to cars, but also limited to trucks, also given to trucks, rickshaws, motorbikes, and bicycles, but mainly the main focus would be motorbikes and rickshaws, as this would be easier for people to access with the hustle and bustle of the Pakistan traffic. And then it comes down to also partnering up with clinics. So when Bykea has partnered up with clinics, they have given first aid staff to those who are in need of the services needed at any given time. Also, they have partnered up with pharmacies, and this way people can get over-the-counter medicine no matter what time is going on and what the condition being faced is. And last but not least, people can also book these services simply by just a touch of a fingertip at the screen, utilizing a functioning smartphone and the very easy and accessible app. Moving on to the SWOT analysis.
Yeah. So in SWOT analysis, I will discuss about the Bykea strengths. So the first strength is Bykea's cheaper option to other competitors in the market, like Team Uber. So that is the most convenient services provided by the Bykea. So Bykea application is highly interactive and user friendly to both customers and business partners. So Bykea, with the help of Bykea, the strength is you can pre-book your journey so that you don't have to wait a lot for. So Bykea provide opportunity for the bike owners to earn money. And the next thing is that there are many bike owners in the Pakistani market. So that will more convenient for the people to use the bike, the cheap option, so they can travel to their destination very fast and early. So moving on to the weakness, restriction of travel options to within a city. As you know, the services of Bykea is limited to some part of the cities like Karachi, Rawalpindi, and the Lahore. So that was the limitation. Another problem with the Bykea is that most of the time the bikes used are not good quality. They have been there is some puncture and other problems that happen on the road. So the people they have to wait about a lot about the due to the poor quality of the bikes. And another problem that is facing by the company is that there is not formal training for the Bykea. Someone who can ride the bike, he can join the motion and earn through the bike. Yeah, but the problem is that they are not that trained bikers. So the safety is a big concern. So the opportunities for the biker is that they can move on to they can enhance their services in the local community, and they can also go into the international market as well. So they can also collaborate with the education institute, restaurants, and other e-commerce businesses. So, so to expand the business, Bykea has to expand more about their collaboration with the other restaurants and pharmacies and the other businesses, so they can join. That you can join the other services like uh, postal areas and other services. So they have an also option to expand to the rural areas. They can identify the population. There is a need in the rural areas because the distance are long, so they can introduce themselves in the rural areas too. And the test is that as increasing number of competitors in the market, in the Pakistani market, are increasing in the international and local market too. And another problem that is facing by the Bykea is the weather, and the weather is sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and sometimes the rainy weather. So it makes fatigue to the people that and a threat that that either they have to choose the services. So that is the problem that should be the overcome. And the political economic stability is a good point to the threat of the instability of the Bykea services in the Pakistani market. The reason of the increasing fuel prices and the other problem that are facing into the market that are facing as a challenge and a threat to the startup business like e-commerce platform of the Bykea. So moving on to the next slide.
Okay. Next slide, we're talking about the character digital marketing strategy musician activities of Bykea. The first one is a social media outreach. Character including content on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, headlining user stories, screens messages, and service updates. So next one is influencer partnerships. The pattern was popular in purchasing in the transportation and the lifestyle, screening to promote Dr. Bykea's service to their followers. Next one is content marketing. So create a big station on the website that covers topics regard and transportation travel routines, showcasing Bykea experience and providing value to users. The last one is email marketing. It matters together email campaigns to the inform users about protections, new front, and the service guidelines to the increase user the increment. Next one is Bykea the machine. Revalidation, transportation, lotteries, and the distribution service in the Pakistan by the providing awareness and the government plan that the country people with regular ride-hailing, deliver, and movement solutions. Next one is the objectives. First one is increase brand awareness, build and increase brand access among target during crisis, organize online presence, engaging counter and stranger partnership. Next one is grow your space. Grow season used by the 20% in the next create by the translate new difference and the grow health. Next one is increase use encouragement. Increase arrived apps usually encouragement by 15% those inclusive feature. Person tendings recommendation and the lovely program. Next one is increase apps downloads. Increase apps downloads by 25% by protecting on your app's social media campaigns. In future partnership and app story updation. Next one is improve customer retention. Reduce attention return by 10% so encourage customer support, processing service, and highlighting user feedback. The last one is strengthen the partnership. Work with the local business and the infrastructure to live there the networks and increase Bykea's availability. Okay, move to next part.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll be explaining about the channels and content that works best for the Bykea. The first channel is social media platform. Bykea can utilize the platforms such as like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to showcase their services and to expose their testimonial with their customers. Next is by doing a video content. By creating engaging and information videos about Bykea services and how does it works. Like for example, they can do an ad through YouTube to explain, to create awareness about the existence of the Bykea services. Next is Bykea can collab with the current famous influencer to explain the benefits and the advantage that can be gained from Bykea services and how convenient it can be among the society. Next is by being part in the local events and sponsorship. By participating in local events, community service, it raises the brand visibility and able to connect with the local audience. Last but not least is App Store optimization. It ensures your app description, screenshot, and keywords which are optimized for app stores to attract potential users searching for ride-hailing or delivery services. This is like, for example, like we can find more easier way to find about this Bykea app through App Store or Play Store and everywhere. Next. Now I'll be explaining about the content. Bykea can use user stories. For example, they can use Instagram Reels to explain the real life stories of their customers' feedback to increase the confidence of their customers to use their product. And they can also do video content on how to use this Bykea services through the ads. Next is having promotion and discounts will attract more customers and will encourage them to use more of their services. Moving on to the safety and trust, and Bykea should emphasize safety measures and procedures in place for both riders and customers. This helps build trust with potential users. Next is local culture and relevance. By tailor content to resonate with local culture and holidays and events, this can make the content feel more relatable and engaging to the target audience. Interactive content, for example, like how I said, by having a live video in TikTok, by explaining about the benefit and advantage about certain services. Like for example, Bykea services will increase the awareness and will encourage them to use the product and no product to use the services and that's all. Next. And this is the e-commerce presence map for Bykea. The presence is website. The platform that will be used is, for example, smartphones and tablets. By using these platforms, we can access to the homepage, payment options, and can also Bykea can. This is to the Bykea official page. To their promotions. Let's see if they have any promotion through that month. The next presence is social media integration. The platform will be used is Facebook and Instagram. By the activity involved is by having social sharing, visual content, and engagement with their customers. Next presence is the email marketing. The platform is used is newsletter and transaction email. This is to track the delivery and to send payment receive and also have a notification about the current promotion. Last but not least is customer support. Customer support can be through their platform, mobile app or website to have a live chat with the staff, any FAQs or contact information about the Bykea. Next. This is the supply chain footprint and activities that are required for the finished product to be ready delivered to the customers. First, we have to select the right. If there's an offer, we can apply the offers. Then we have to choose the place that we want to go. Then we can set it. Then automatically the riders will come and collect. Then we can collect our item, then it can be delivered. We can also use Bykea to purchase groceries or anything from their app. Next. Management, organization, and technology issues. The management issues are content strategy, responsive, brand consistency, and crisis management. Content strategy is by developing consistent and engaging content across multiple social media platform requires a strategic planning and coordination. Lack of well-defined content strategy can lead to inconsistency and confusion. Responsive. Social media demands a prompt response. Managing customers' inquiries, feedback, and complaints in timely manner is very crucial. Delayed or inadequate responses can harm the brand reputation. Brand consistency. Maintaining a cohesive brand image across a various social media channels can be challenging. Inconsistent branding might lead to confusion among the customers. Next, lastly is negative feedback or incidents can escalate quickly on social media. An effective crisis management plan is necessary to address the issue transparently and prevent the reputation damage. Next is the organizational issue. Resource allocation. Assigning dedicated personnel to manage social media requires consideration. Without proper allocation, engagement offers might be insufficient or inconsistent. Internal communication. Different departments need to collaborate to provide accurate and consistent information. Lack of communication can result in contradictory messages. Coordination. Social media engagement often involves multiple teams, including marketing, customer service, and PR. Effective coordination is essential to ensure a unified approach. Employee training. Staff responsible for social media management should be well trained in customer
Zahir? Tahir, can we move on to the next slide?
To be present in this industry. So Bykea also need to explore this the usage of social media for their marketing. There are so many advantages in using social media for their business, but also some disadvantages. One of the advantages that Bykea can benefit from using social media is it can help to increase the brand awareness itself. So, for example, interesting, relevant, engaging content will catch the attention of the potential customer and increase brand visibility. Different content style might be required in different platforms to target different audience, such as using Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, among all. And at the same time, it can help to expand Bykea's target audience as well, reach to more audience. And also, by being present on the social media platform, it helps Bykea to increase its brand reputation, which is, for example, in online social media, usually customers like to give comments about the services, product that they get, be it good feedbacks or bad feedbacks. So it will be easier for Bykea to control and respond to the customer unfavorable conversation on their business when Bykea has social media platform. So while responding to customer feedback and comments, it indirectly also creates more interaction between Bykea and its customers. This can help to improve customer service that Bykea provides to their customers. As we all know, good customer service is very important because it opens up ways to invite potential customer and all the positive feedback from the customer about Bykea and how Bykea responds positively to the customers' feedback eventually can attract, persuade a new customer into their business. Other than that, Bykea can make use of social media engagement to boost its website traffic. Higher website traffic means they can lead to higher online sales conversion, which will be profitable for Bykea business. And moreover, by using social media, it is actually much easier for Bykea to measure how much website traffic that Bykea receive from the social media. They can use it to track and determine how many sales are generated from its website and also from paid social media advertising from the social media platform. And most importantly is that social media marketing is very cost effective, much more cheaper than the traditional advertising method. And the maintaining costs of using social media is also easy to maintain, whereby Bykea can choose to spend how much they want in using the social media, such as the paid version of social media marketing. So despite all those advantages in using social media for the growth of our business, however, there are some disadvantages in using social media, such as it requires a dedication of time and manpower to help maintain the social media account for Bykea business. So Bykea need to train and hire a team to manage the account, for example, from the scratch, from responding to the customer feedback until to the point of producing new content to maintain the Bykea business presence online in the social media platform. Besides that, while using social media for marketing for businesses like Bykea, it is important for them to not use the social media ineffectively, because when social media marketing is being used ineffectively, it could actually damage the brand reputation, and it will cause like a backlash to their business growth. For example, if they are just pushing their sales online without engaging with the customer, not providing positive feedback to the customer, then of course it will pull down their business, although they have their presence online in the social media. So other than that, using social media, although it would be much easier for the business such as Bykea to track their sales generation from the traffic website traffic, but it is a bit difficult for Bykea to measure the how the customers is aware about their brand and to maintain their reputation, because this kind of brand awareness and brand reputation is cannot be valued in monetary value, not like sales generation. So in all, what we can conclude is that using social media can actually help in promoting and in helping growth of the Bykea business. Yes, there are some disadvantages in having social media account for the business, but as long as they are using the social media correctly, in a right way, social media can always help Bykea to build the relationship better with their new and also old customers for the benefit of the business growth itself. So next, I will pass to the next slide.
Okay, so in order to conclude our overall presentation from this group regarding Bykea, so what we have studied is that we have studied how to build the strengths of the corporation, how we will minimize the weaknesses that we have identified, how we shall seize the opportunities and also counteract all the threats that shall exist within the corporation from the competitors in this similar industry. We now have a clear understanding and comprehension of the business as a whole, and we know that which areas are in specific need of enhancement and improvement. We've also considered introducing brand new goods or services through this application, while also understanding the market and competitors